When we search for an item, let's go for orange, then we have a cool animation. Alright, so in the last episode of Quick RN, we looked at the iOS large header. And someone in the comments suggested we should add the search bar that one could find in apps like iMessage or the settings, this search bar with that cool animation. That is actually fairly easy to implement. And go back to our starter template with where we were from last time. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it somewhere. So how to add that search bar? That is fairly straightforward. Let's go to our screen, index, and not index, header. What we want here is basically override the values that are here, because we want to be able to control the value of the header like you would with a text input. So we can't add more props in here. We have to add it to the screen. Luckily, there's a way to do that. So first, let's create a state for our search text. Search text, search value. Oh, search value is good. Import from useState, and then we are going to create that way to override your screen options. There's a couple ways of doing this, and in this example we're going to use the use layout effect, which is one of the ways recommended in the React navigation documentation. This also works with expo-router, obviously. Navigation. We need to import navigation from the use navigation hook, and then here you can do navigation set options, and this takes basically the same object as what you have in your layout, this one. So you could override the title if you wanted to. Let's try that. Header title search bar. So now it says title search bar, even though in your layout, wrong layout, it says large. Okay, now we want to add a search bar. Header search. I don't know the exact name of that prop. So what I'm gonna do is use autocomplete by adding that prop to my layout. Search bar options. There we go. Header search bar options, to which we want to add hide when scrolling, so that it collapses as you scroll up. And then we're going to add a onChange text that takes an event. What is this? An event, which we don't have to worry about the type. That's pretty good. I just did this because I don't know the name of the prop. So it is header search bar options, hide when scrolling equals true, and then onChange text. And here you want to set your search value to search value equals event.native event.text. This is wrong. Set search value. There we go. And now let's just display our search value. Here, search value, and now then when we type, we have something. There you go. So now you have your input as requested, and to show that this works, we're going to create a list of items, fruits. Let our AI, come on, generate some. Yes, nice. Then we're going to create our map of fruits. Thank you, this is almost perfect. And obviously you want to filter your fruits, filter fruits by search value. That is, let's do that for now. Const to define your function. I hope that is not too confusing. If I go for berry, there's probably going to be a couple berries. This is not working because we have to lowercase it. Search value to lowercase if we want to make it case insensitive. To lowercase. And now I can tap berry, and we have all the berries. There we go. That is how you make that beautiful native scroll bar on iOS only. Obviously, it might not work as beautifully on Android. Here, as a little bonus, we can add a little transition animation for when you're filtering. let me show you what I'm talking about. View, we want layout. What is it? Layout. Linear transition, duration, 200, let's say. Perfect. And then let's add the key of fruit. Delete the key of fruit here and animate from React Native animated, React Native reanimated, that is correct. And then we can even add here a little entering animation of fade in up. I think it's fading up. So now when we search for an item, let's go for orange, then we have this a cool animation. So yep, that's about it. There you have it. Let me know what you want to implement next or what you need help with, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.